making a FNAF FPS train game hybrid thing, and yesterday we talked about the gameplay loop and we managed to add the movement to the train and to the player. Now we're going to add enemies, jump scares, aka losing, the train destination, aka winning, and some extra stuff because extra stuff makes me go yes. Oh, and at the end of the video there is going to be some very early exclusive gameplay for you all, so make sure to watch till the end. Now, before we start, I noticed that I forgot to mention how I made the player interact with everything. So, I will give you 5 seconds to guess how I did it. We left off making the gun for the player, but we didn't have anything to shoot, so we grab a nice monster from the ones I found. Oh, and had some nice animations as well. After importing it to Unity, we are ready. Okay, maybe not. But we are close. We just need to make the monster move. Yeah, I know we are doing movement again, but movement equals awesome, probably. Anywho, now that the enemy can move, I made it so they can spawn from all the way back here. They start sprinting really fast to reach the train, and after they travel some distance, they slow down and move in all directions slightly, to make it look like it's following the train. Now, bear in mind that the train is not actually moving, so that's why this is set up like this. Also, to make it suitable, we add some collisions on the model and give it some health. Now we can also kill the monster with 2 body shots, and if you do a headshot, it is a one-shot. Fun fact, I spent 1 month implementing some kind of movement for the monster that was never used. I literally tried to make it so the monster avoids the trees with some really weird broken AI that I made, but then I realized you won't even notice if the monster goes through stuff since the train moves so fast. So that's 1 month down the train, I guess. Also, I don't know if you have noticed, but everything seems a little bit bland.
It's bland.
Well, maybe very bland. We need sound effects and some more visuals and animations, aka the lamb sauce.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Come on.
So let's spice everything up. I should also make the enemy attack somehow, so I added a random egg timer, and when it runs off, he attacks, and if he comes too close to the train, well... Oh yes, I also made the jump scares as you saw. 1 enemy done. There is 1 more I need to make, the flash one. So let's grab another scary model. Now I know what you might say, this looks like a bat. Well, because it is, but 90% of all bats already look like a mutant scary monster. The only thing I need to make is just to make them bigger and voila! As for its AI, it was much simpler since it is literally only once again a random egg timer that once it is done, it moves to the next stage and on stage 4 you die. And for the light flash, I added a lever on top of the train with 3 charges that recharge depending on the speed of the train. I also made it so you cannot flash the thing if it's on stage 1, because, I don't know, it looked more balanced and scarier. So theoretically, if you speed up the train, not only it helps you get to your destination faster, but it also recharges the battery on the flash. But I also want a big drawback when speeding up, so I'm going to make it so the faster you go, the more monsters are going to spawn. You know what? No. Let's implement everything I just said really quick. There you go. Now you can use the 2 levers to slow and speed up the train. I also made some very crispy animations for it. You might notice that I also made a map thingy. This map is connected to the speed of the train, and as you can see, this dot represents the train itself. And once it reaches that spot, I made it so you win. And when I mean win, it literally just fades to black. Now, as I promised, making the train faster makes the flash battery recharge faster. You reach your destination faster, and more monsters spawn. too much. Small intermission. As I was playtesting the game, I realized that I was missing some sort of reloading, so I made it so the gun can have up to 5 bullets and you need to hold R to reload it slowly. And of course, as you can see, I made some reloading animations and with a bunch of particles for the extra lamb sauce.
Where's the lamb sauce?
That gives you some more management to do for maximum anxiety. Back to our scheduled chapter. As I have said, I want people to be one with the train, so I wanted to make some train sounds depending on the speed of the train. Doing some math and stuff, now we have a sound that gets faster and faster as the train goes. But that's not enough. We also added a camera animation that it also depends on the train speed. As you can see here, I have hooked the animation with some events that just make this dupe sound effect. Talking about sounds, of course we cannot forget the train whistle, the most important part in a train game. Believe it or not, it was actually pretty complicated to add. The hardest part was finding the actual sound I was gonna use. I think I have to mention, there are way too many stuff connected to the train speed, I have lost count. But we have one more thing to connect to it, and that is the turning.
What is that, a woodpecker?
As you can see, whenever there is a turn in the map now, there is an indication. Whenever the train reaches the indication, now you must have the correct engine turned on, otherwise the train tilts and you will die. You will notice that you have 15 seconds where the train is tilting. This is so you have time to figure out if you have made a mistake. And of course, whenever the train is turning, it has the turning illusion effect I showed you yesterday. You know what? I think it's time. It's time for me to show you some of this early exclusive gameplay I promised. Okay, I think the main gameplay loop of the game is ready to go, but there is so much more I want to add, like a story, the cities themselves, more types of enemies and other cool stuff. Right now this is basically some kind of demo, so stay tuned. I am planning to upload the next video sometime in November, so make sure to subscribe and get those notifications on so you know within the hour when the next video is up. Thank you all so much for watching. That's all for now. Catch you in the next one.